find the value of x that makes the sequence, this one's a tough one, ladies and gentlemen, x plus 6, then 2x minus 1, and 5x minus 14. Those are the 1, 2, 3 terms, and then it goes on and on and on, and we want to make that sequence arithmetic. Wow, that was a mouthful. Find the value of x that makes this sequence arithmetic, all right? So let's see how we're going to do this. It's all about the common difference, Remember, if it's arithmetic, and that's that lovely word there, you have to make sure that you deal with it looking for a common difference. Now, you say, but Ernie, there are no numbers there per se that we know what the common difference is. I can't even tell if it's increasing or decreasing. Oh, we've got a lot of things to work on this one. But you know what we do know? That if we subtract this term minus this term, it's going to equal this term minus the middle term. Now that all makes sense. In other words, take the second term, that's a term, that 2x minus 1, subtract that x plus 6 from it, and set it equal to this guy over here, 5x minus 14. We're going to subtract that 2x minus 1. Sound complicated? Let's write it down, all right? Let's write it down. So we'll start out over here. Is that good for me there? 2x minus 1. And I'm going to put a parenthesis around just for a minute so we have it included, so we know where it's coming from, all right? We're going to subtract x plus 6. Now, my friends, I have to put a parenthesis around that because we're going to subtract both terms inside that parenthesis, all right? And as I said, on the other side of the coin, it is equal to our third term here. How about it? We'll say 5x minus 14. I'll put a parenthesis around it just to be consistent. And then we're going to subtract from that the 2x minus 1. Like I said, that is a mouthful. We just squeezed it right in there, okay? There we have it, all right? Now, what do we got to do? We've got to watch out for these pesky minus signs in front of the parentheses, all right? So let's see. We've got 2x. I'm going to lose the parenthesis on this one because there's nothing to take care of there. We just write it as it is. This one we've got to multiply through, remember, by distribute by a negative 1. So we're going to take negative 1 through each of these, and that's going to give me minus x, and it's going to give me minus 6 in the world of adding and subtracting here. So a lot of minuses running through on that left-hand side. Let's see where that's going to lead us on the right side. We've got 5x minus 14. Once again, watch for the sign change. That's going to become minus 2x. And folks, we take a minus or negative 1 times a minus 1, it's going plus. It's going to go plus, all right? So we're going to put a plus 1 right there. So there's our story. That's our story at this point. Parentheses are cleared. Signs are good, all right? Let's put some like terms together and let's make this thing shrink down, all right? It's pretty wide out there right now. Let's clean it up. So on the left-hand side, I see 2x and this minus, remember that's a 1 there, it's a 1x. So that's going to give me x, so that looks good. And over here, I've got minus 7, and that, folks, will equal, on the other side, how about it? Put those x's together, 3x, and this one looks like minus 13 coming to play, all right? So I've got x minus 7 equals 13 minus x. Already, that looks so much easier. Now, dear friends, I want to tell you again, I say it a lot of times here, but when we look at a big, lengthy problem, this thing is big, all right? It will simplify down to, it's basically a lot of smaller problems that will make this condense down to a small problem in itself eventually, all right? Just stick with it. Just stick with it. All right, so let's see what we're going to do. We're going to subtract 3x, so we'll do that right there. Let's subtract that 3x minus 3x right there, and let's see what that leaves us with. On the left-hand side, it's going to leave us with a negative 2x minus 7 hanging on. On the right-hand side, we have negative 13. We want to clean it up one more time because we've got to get negative 2x by itself and then get x by itself. So let's do it. Add 7 to both sides here. That's going to leave me with negative 2x. Over here, that equals to negative 6. Now, as we look at these numbers, it's simply division at this point. And you know what? Negative 2 will divide into a negative 6, goes evenly. It actually goes 3 times. So we have an answer of 3. You say, well, so what, Ernie? That's nice. It is. It really is. So what we're going to do, we're going to go back up here and we're going to go to that original sequence, all right? Let's go back up here to x plus 6. You put a 3 in for x, you get 3 plus 6, which is 9. Keep that in your head, all right? Let's take our 2x minus 1 right up there. Put that 3 in there. We're going to have 6 minus 1, which is 5. Okay, so now we've gone from 9 to 5. I hope the next number is going to be 1, all right, because that will make it arithmetic. Let's see, put the 3 in there with the 5. 3 times 5 gives us 15. Subtract the 14. Wow, it is a 1. So here's what's going on. We got 9, 5, 1, and you know what? That sequence will keep going. And there's your arithmetic sequence when x equals 3. The constant difference, the common difference, is minus 4 or negative 4. So that would be what your d value is. The x on this gets it rolling, then it's easy to get the numbers. And you guys could figure out the next 3 ones if you had to, next 3 terms. Yeah, very easily, very easily.
For more math help, visit TNLearn.org.